when I said spoilers, I kind of meant for this game, not the movies.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a big Agent Smith in the movies.
It's the one that, I mean,
because he picks up a big pair of Ray-Bans from the big sign on the side of the road and puts them on.
In this.
Now that's spoilers for this guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's all kinds
I
of
didn't
crazy
know that.
shenanigans at the end of
No,
this.
I'm on about the one with the rain and like the millions of Agent Smiths.
Give me a second.
Those are two different
Hang on.
things. The Reloaded has
I
the
think his
tons of
head-
Agent
Oh no,
Smiths.
that's
Saying
what.
too
Like, but there's the millions of Agent Smiths. Then there's like the one that steps up, and then they have the big flying fight.
Oh,
in the
that's
sky.
Revolution.
That's Revolution.
Yeah. That's what leads into the crazy stuff we're talking about from this game.
Okay.
At the end of this game.
Need to see if you can find that old list of what all those sketches were. 'Cause I get the feeling half of them might be quite painful to read.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that. Somebody who is in Stonehenge but has not been in any videos. We need to get Jess in some of these.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I was
wasn't
going
even
through my old writing lately.
Oh.
Dear God, why? And I agree. My old writing is much the same.
Yeah, I look at my uni stuff. It's like, wow, waffling on.
Well, see, I guess the academic stuff is fine because a lot of it's just, here's code, here's what function do.
It's like when I read like my essays from like first year, and I'm like, "You think that's an essay? What are you talking about? What's your point?"
Now let's play Cubit.
Alright, don't remember this. Bugs in the system.
Oh, what's that? It's the end of Jet Set Radio Future. Oh, not anymore. It's not.
Now
Oh,
it's
wait, no, we
Fatal
already-
Frame.
We already established.
Yeah,
I
a little bit.
completely misremembered what the end of Jet Set Radio Future looks like.
Yeah, it's a technical, like, purple-yellow
Yeah.
haze.
Yeah, because in my mind, it's just white with like stuff sticking out of it.
Yeah, Future is the purple-yellow haze.
Yeah,
Just the first one is on top of a skyscraper.
yeah. So
It is Fatal Frame!
Wait, what? Digital Ghost?
I will haunt you, Spirit Origami.
I read that as well.
I read it as Okami.
Yours is technically closer.
Can we quit out of this game and play an even better one?
Spirit.
How high can we trade up tonight?
I have stopped playing Okami. You know those walls that you have to attack and you have to memorize the pressure points where to hit them? I got to one pretty far in the game where you have to memorize like 8 of them, and I just can't do it. My memory is too poor, and I can't progress. And that's after like 30 hours of gameplay.
The only things that particularly stick out
Alright.
in my mind
that one?
is there's
Yes,
an unlockable
I do
poop
now.
move.
Yes, I have that move. It's very strong. It gets you a certain consumable which you can use to buy pretty good stuff. There's poop move and there's the pee move where you just slow down time, urinate on all the enemies, get paid.
Yeah, right.
It's a good game.
This is
So
actually
Pete-
got
Are you looking through
have you got-
the sketch list?
Have you got Time Lincoln in there anywhere?
time linking.
That's that's
Yes, I
Rams.
do.
Yes, Time Lincoln.
That is 100% Ramsey talked about that in college a lot.
I've got that much. That page.
Every media studies lesson
Yeah,
will
no,
tell you
that's
about
it. It's
Time
the,
Lincoln.
It's the,
Time
it's
traveling
the
Lincoln.
trailer.
Tell me about Time Lincoln, George.
Wait,
How
read
do I
that
get-
out.
You read it out.
Okay, I don't think any of this is copyright. So,
Oh, I just killed. Oh no, he's still alive somehow.
a generic black opening screen. As the intro progresses, some of the words dramatically appear on screen. Voiceover. History is broken. Dramatic drum beat sounds for a second or so. And the only man who can fix it is dead. Or so history records. Which, as we said, is broken. The year is 1865. Shot of a generic American 19th century town. Blue lighting. Some guy appears out of thin air. A cyborg from the distant future. He came back to change the past. Cyborg pulls an pointlessly elaborate gun from nowhere and heads for an opera house. Notices a sees a notice specifying dress code and turns to a passing posh bloke. I need your coat. Camera follows Cyborg into building. This summer, forget what you think you know about history. There's a scene here where the Cyborg bursts in and shoots Lincoln, who then disappears. And it's a very jumbled script I found here. This summer, forget what you think you know about history. Shot of Lincoln firing 2 shotguns at a dinosaur. Get the hell out of my country, you damn dirty lizard! Film title comes on screen in dramatic fashion. Time just got Lincolned. So, Time Lincoln is a film where a cyborg shoots Abraham Lincoln, who then gets shot through time, and he has to solve all of the problems of history.
Sorry.
Like dinosaurs. Mostly dinosaurs.
Yeah, Rans used to talk about that quite a bit. He also wrote The Hangover before The Hangover.
He did write The Hangover.
Like, he wrote one of his projects, and it was just The Hangover, and then The Hangover came out like a month later while he was still writing it. I was like, I'm so sorry, Rans. I'm so sorry.
It's cool, they'll just keep releasing it and you can too.
Yeah. That never got made. Time Lincoln never got made. What would have been great is if a film that was just Time Lincoln came out as well.
I mean, it's basically if Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was Time Splitters.
Yeah.
Was that a good movie? I never saw it.
It's alright, actually.
It's alright.
I watched it really recently, actually, like a couple of weeks back.
I got it really cheap on DVD thinking, oh, this will probably be rubbish and entertaining, and it was just entertaining.
It's decent.
Fair enough.
I don't know how to get... Oh, I have to run up a wall. I missed this message last time. Once towards a wall, use L1 to run on walls. Cool.
Use the sands!
There
We can't get
go.
away from him!
Yeah!
Oh yeah, Midland. We still say Midlands.
We do still say
Matrix.
My idea for a game it runs along the same lines, and it is Lincoln Gold and Washington Steel. Except I don't even try to explain it. It's just screw you. Washington and Lincoln were just friends, and they hung out. They trained together in the mountains.
Yeah.
And then it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Cool. Should make that one day.
Andrew Jackson and Theodore Roosevelt will be unlockable characters.
Run up the thing. Okay. Never mind.
Or don't.
Whatever, man.
You remember the George Lucas canon?
Vaguely. Yeah.
Where George Lucas is yelling at people
Oh, I shouldn't have jumped.
to try and get them to do things and has an actual canon.
Oh yeah.
Did you make a canon joke
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah, that's what it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
What year was all this?
It was like 2008, 2009.
Yeah. There's all these were last modified 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be like 2011.
Last modified
Okay, that makes
yesterday?
more
Is he
sense.
still in here?
That doesn't sound right because I'd already gone off to uni back then.
Well, this is probably when I last uploaded these to Dropbox for safekeeping. So,
What was that?
do you remember
I
the
don't know.
drink names being actual things in a bar?
Oh no!
Ending with a screwdriver joke.
Oh no!
Starting
That
with a
was
screwdriver joke.
no. That's it. We had two different ones for that. And your one was it's just literally you give them a screwdriver. Mine was weird and absurdist.
Those are some of the best kinds of comedies.
I would disagree in this case. So someone goes into a bar, and he goes up to the bar, and he doesn't really know what he wants. And the barman's like, "Oh, what can I get you?" He's like, what's popular?" And he's like, there's like bars famous for cocktails or something." And he's like, "Oh, well, the radiator, the warm radiator is quite popular." And he's like, "All right, weird name for a cocktail, but sure." And then he just puts a radiator on the bar, and he looks down the bar, and there's people with radiators, and they kind of hug the radiator a bit, and he's like, "Okay." So he tries to hug the radiator, but it's too hot and it burns his face. And he's like, ah! Can I get a colder one? And just the bar goes silent, everyone looks at him. And then I think they start chanting, kill the failure. Kill the failure, and then it just ended.
Kill the failure. I've been in pubs like that before.
Yeah.
That's us when we do a quiz.
And then
Yeah, so it's when we
years
walk into
later,
any
I saw
establishment.
The Simpsons thing of blood for cream, blood for cream. I was like, oh, this reminds me of that stupid sketch I wrote.
I don't know if that one's appropriate. It does feature the Bad Taste Police.
Oh no, that was it. That's because it's soup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
Whoa.
Bleep this.
Yo, that's dope.
But we need to bleep.
Hold up.
Bleep this just to explain what this sketch was.
Are we back in the room yet?
Yes.
Yes, we're now back in the room, and that's why that joke was in bad taste.
I feel sick.
I feel like that was a very Monty
After that
Python
joke.
way of ending. There's an episode where every sketch ends with someone coming in and getting arrested.
Yeah.
To the point that the arresting officer is then arrested for simply ending every bloody sketch with coming in and arresting people.
Yeah.
And then the show ends.
That's probably where I got, like... I've written all sorts of bits and bobs from either from various people or from stuff I've thought of, and some of them are due to say this features the Bad Taste Police, and I'm like, that's probably just Nick from Monty Python.
It was not.
Was it not?
No, that we were on the way home from college once, and again, bleep this. I think someone was saying something. And I was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that's terrible. Exactly as I said that, police sirens went off, like, in the next street, like, oh no, the Bad Taste Police are here to take me away for that. And that's, yeah, and so that's where the Bad Taste Police came from.
You don't need to bleep
I'll
You didn't say what the
yeah.
actual pun was.
We'll be smart about it.
Just, yeah.
Quickly, more Christopher Lambert's riding. Kill him.
Do you remember Schrodinger's beer?
Yeah, I do remember Schrodinger's beer.
Okay, that
Right.
sounds strong.
Schrodinger's beer. So there's.
I've got the
there's-
thing here if you
Yeah,
need it.
I remember. So there's a pub. It's in a pub, and someone comes down and sits at a table, and he's got a box, and there's a straw sticking out the top of the box, and the other person at the table is like, "What's going on here?" And it's like, "Oh, it's this new beer. It's based on quantum mechanics." So and then he like explains a little bit of the Copenhagen thing of like, oh, if you've got a box with the cat and the poison, it's both alive and dead. So I've got this box, and what is inside this box is simultaneously the best and the worst beer ever. So I have this straw in the box, and so that'll allow me to drink this best beer, hopefully. So then he like goes to and tries to take a drink, and he tries to. He's not getting anything through the straw. And eventually he opens it, and then it's like he looks up. He's like, "There's a dead cat in here." And then cut to a science lab, and there's a scientist with a box marked Copenhagen interpretation, and he like opens the box and takes out a big glass of beer, and then drinks it. Again, you can tell that 19-year-olds wrote this.
Literally, that is a joke in Family Guy years later. You've done
What?
kind of. There's at one point New Yorkers come to town.
Yeah.
So Peter gets rid of them by splashing them with holy water. And they're like, oh, it burns, it burns. Cut to a science lab. Guy pulls out a box going, holy water? Where's my acid? So it's not the same joke, but that's like...
Yeah, no, it's
I like that.
better than I expect from Family Guy.
This was early Family Guy when it was funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good at first.
Not just,
If
you
it's-
think that's bad.
If that's early Family Guy, then that's probably several years before we wrote that.
Oh. To be fair, that show's been going on a very long time.
It's been going. Did it
Yeah,
start in
something
like
like-
99 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Then it had a couple of years hiatus.
I haven't seen that for like a decade.
Hiatus.
High niners? Okay.
I'm
I'm not as good with number puns as you.
I like it.